play on Midnight Commute in the playlist, and then find your way to child's pose. So you're gonna come onto the mat, bring your knees wide, your feet together, and then reach your arms forward so that you're relaxed down in between your thighs. Close your eyes. And take 5 big breaths. Put a little bit more emphasis on the exhale portion of the breath. So when you inhale, think of about a count to maybe 4 or 5 counts inhale, and then try to do a 6 to 8 count exhale. And let all of your thoughts in your mind be absorbed by this exercise, right? This breath work. 4 to 5 count inhale, 6 to 8 count exhale. I'm going to start us with a quote by a Vietnamese Buddhist monk named Thich Nhat Hanh. He says, "Keeping our body healthy is an expression of gratitude to the whole cosmos. The trees, the clouds, everything." Thank you for coming to your mat today and working on keeping your body healthy. Walk your fingertips over to the right side of your mat to stretch out the left side of the body. And you might even walk them all the way off the mat. Still keeping the work with the breath. Switch sides. Come back to center. Rise up to a tabletop position. Stack your shoulders over your wrists, hips over knees. We're going to do a pose called Stargazer. Extend your right leg off your mat out to the right, and then reach your right arm up, open through the chest. Roll out your right wrist. And then take a half bind. Bring your right arm behind your back. If you can, grab a little of your grounded thigh. Relax your left ear to your left shoulder. Try to find a stretch on the right side of the neck, maybe a little bit into your traps. And then release your half bind. Bring your right hand back to the floor. Keep your leg where it is. Curl the toes of your left foot under. Send your hips back to your heels and walk your fingertips forward. So effectively, you're back in a variation of child's pose, like a one-legged child's pose. Work to stretch out the toes of your back foot. And you might feel this in the right inner thigh. Lift back up. Ground through your hands and lift your right leg off the floor. Now you can modify by bending your right knee or keep it straight. Put more weight into your right hand. There's going to be a tendency to lean into the left. You turn on your side obliques as well as your outer hip. Just hold the foot still. Do as best you can. Bend the knee if you need to. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. I want you to sweep the right leg behind you on 1. Keep it lifted off the floor. Now reach your left arm forward. Find balance. Take a breath in. As you exhale, draw your elbow to your knee underneath your body. Inhale, reach and extend. Now we take a pose called floor dancer. Bend your top leg, reach back with your left hand, grab the foot. Start to kick the foot into the hand. If you have your balance, it might be enough challenge just to grab the foot. Hold for 3. Make sure you're breathing. 2. Reach and extend again on 1. Release the foot. And then back to tabletop. Once in tabletop, round your spine and wag your hips side to side. And then come back to a neutral back. We'll do that on the other side. Stargazer, left leg off the mat, reach your left arm high, roll out your left wrist. Half bind, left arm behind your back. Relax your right ear to your right shoulder. Good. Reach your left arm back up to the sky. Left hand to the earth. Curl your right toes under, back to that version of child's pose. Send the hips back, walk your fingers forward. Lift back up. Ground through your hands, turn on your midline stability, lift your left leg. Remember, you can bend the knee for a modification. Try to bring it up parallel to the floor and put more weight into your left hand. Hold for 5, 4, good, 3, 2, sweep the leg behind you on 1, keep it lifted. Balance in your body, reach your right arm forward. Breath in. Exhale, elbow to knee. Round your spine, curl the belly up and in. Inhale, extend. Floor dancer, right hand to your back foot. This can be hard to grab the foot, so if you can stay here, working on that, or start to kick and lift up through the gaze. Hold for 3, 2, nice job. Reach and extend again on 1. Reach and extend, and then tabletop to the rounded spine position. Cat pose, we call this. Wag your hips side to side. Next is down dog. Neutralize your spine. You're gonna make your body like an inverted V. To gauge how far apart hands and feet can be, you can come to plank momentarily. So my shoulders stack over my wrists. And then all I do is push the earth down and lift my hips from there. Pedal out the feet. You can stretch through the backs of the legs. Make sure you're pushing down through your index finger's base knuckle. There's a tendency to rock the weight into the pinky finger of the hand. Slide your shoulders down your back. Bend your knees as much as you need to take some of the weight out of your wrists. Ryan, relax your neck. One more breath. Ragdoll, walk to the top of your mat. Stand with your feet hip distance apart at the top of your mat. Fold your forearms together and let the body hang down over the legs. It's kind of interesting to do yoga in Zoom, right? You just have to become a really good listener. I don't always, I'm not gonna demo the whole class because I also want to see what you're doing too. Colton, relax your neck. And you just do the best you can, right? There's nobody judging you. This is time for yourself. And you can use my words as a guide, right? There's no right or wrong. There's no test at the end of this. There's no belt promotion. Release your hands down to the mat. And keep your feet hip distance apart. So you might want to toe heel them a little bit closer. Remember, like 2 fists in between your hand and in between your feet. And then roll up to standing. Let your chin arrive last. So you don't need to visual for that, right? You're just going to come up to standing slowly, 1 vertebrae at a time. Good. Now take some shoulder rolls backwards at the top. Try to get a big range of motion. Switch to a forward shoulder roll. And then one final backward shoulder roll. Spin the palms to face forward in your hands. So you're really broad and open across the collarbones. Lift your hands to your heart. Close your eyes or gaze at your fingers. Exhale all your breath out. Take a deep breath in. Open mouth exhale. Big breath in. Now you heard that ha sound I made through my mouth. Make that through your nose. It's like a little bit of a whisper sound you make through your nose. That's called a Ujjayi breath. One more inhale like that. You want to breathe like that all of your class. As you exhale, relax your arms to your sides. So you might hear me breathing that way too. And that just be a reminder to come back to that breath. Mountain pose, extend your arms overhead. Interlace your hands behind your back. Roll the shoulders and puff up through your heart. Take a breath in. Bend your knees and then fold forward as you exhale. Relax your neck. If this feels like too much on your shoulders, you can also grab opposite elbow behind your back. Then with this bind in the position that you're in, you just listen to my words, you don't need to see this. Work on bending and straightening one leg at a time. So one leg will be more straight, one more bent, and then you'll switch, you'll bend the other one, and you'll straighten the opposite. You'll start to feel a stretch through the outer hips, maybe into your lower back. And come back to center with both knees bent the same amount. Inhale, halfway lift. Release your grip. Place your hands on your shins. I'm going to see your back look flat like a coffee table. One more inhale breath. Exhale, high plank. Plant your hands. Step back to the top of a push-up position. Fill up with an inhale. Lower all the way to your belly. A decline push-up. I want your chest and your hips to touch the floor at the same time, all the way to the earth. Go ahead, baby cobra. Zip up your legs like you only have one leg. Inhale, drag the heart forward and up. Good. Now hold baby cobra and think about squeezing your elbow tips towards one another. Lengthen through the back of your neck. Float your hands off the floor. You're still holding baby cobra. Squeeze the muscles of the lower back. Last 3, 2, and release all the way back down. Chin to earth. Hands are under the shoulders. Either press through tabletop or plank and make your way back to down dog. So we'll start to flow through really those same poses, movement to breath. And we keep it the same so that you can start to know what to expect and you can get into a rhythm with your breath. So start by exhaling all your air out. Inhale, prepare to move. Bottom of the exhale, step or float your feet hip distance apart at the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Mountain, stand up. Exhale, interlace your hands behind you. Inhale, puff up the heart. Bend your knees, exhale, forward fold. Stay here for your breath in, and stay here for your breath out. Halfway lift, release your grip, flat back. Exhale, high plank. I'm going to do a move next called a Chaturanga. So lean forward in your toes, bend your elbows like 2 inches, maybe 3 inches. Hold that spot, flip the feet to the toenail side and press to upward dog. In upward dog, my thighs are off the floor. There's only 4 points of contact, my hands and my feet. The toenail side of my feet. Breath in, downward dog. Lift from your pelvis and send the hips back. Take a breath. Moving through that once more. Inhale, prepare to move. Bottom of the exhale, step or float your feet to the top of your mat, feet hip distance apart. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, interlace your hands. Inhale, puff the heart. With bent knees, fold forward, exhale. Stay here for your breath in. Relax your neck. Stay here for your breath out. Inhale, halfway lift. Now high to low of your choice. So you can move through that chaturanga to upward dog position. If that didn't feel right or felt confusing or too much, you can just go straight back to downward dog and move through plank. We'll meet in downward dog. We're gonna meet in downward dog, yep. Exhale all your breath out. Inhale, reach your right leg high, three-legged dog. Roll out your right ankle a couple times each direction. And then lengthen the right leg up and back behind you, breath in. Exhale, low lunge. Step the right foot in between your hands. Now, if I don't quite get it far enough forward, I'll use one of my hands to grab my ankle and step forward with the foot, so that my knee is stacked right over my ankle. Now bring some awareness into your hips, keep them still, and then move into a pose called easy twist. Left fingertips stay down, reach your right arm up. Good. We're working on a thoracic twist in the spine. Keep your hips stable to the floor. One more breath. Now, if you have challenge with your balance, look down at the floor for this next one. It's going to be an open-armed crescent twist. You'll rise up, keep the twist towards your right, towards your front leg. So Colton twist the opposite direction. Yes. Good. Find your balance. One more breath. I'm going to drop the arms down to my sides and find an airplane torso to switch out my arms. I'm going to call this asymmetrical airplane torso. So now my right arm reaches forward and my left arm reaches backwards. I'm hinge my torso forward at a 45-degree angle. Good. I'm going to come next to asymmetrical airplane. So I drop my arms again and I let them switch places and lift up my back leg. If this is too hard for me, I may come and set my back foot on the floor again. Otherwise, I lift it up if I can. Hold for 3, 2. It's going to be warrior 2 next. Drop your arms, let them switch places, and find the floor with your back leg. Nice, stick with it. It's a little bit of coordination work too, right? We have to find coordination in our jiu-jitsu or our striking practice too. Same with yoga. And my knee over my front ankle. Breath in. Extended side angle. Reach forward, tilt the arms. I can rest my body weight on my front thigh, or I can bend my knee deeper and sink my fingers to the floor. 2 breaths. Reverse warrior. Keep the lower body still. Reach up and back with your left arm. Or your top arm. Let's just say that. Sometimes I get my rights and lefts mixed up when I can't be in the room with you. One more breath in. Exhale, hands find the earth. Step back and take a high to low of your choice. So that's what I'll call it when you either do chaturanga to upward dog, or you hold plank, but we always meet in downward dog. Always meet in downward dog. So send your way back to down dog. Good, nice Luke. Take a breath. Stick with it. You're doing great. Inhale, left leg high. Roll out your left ankle. Then pause, an active foot, reach your leg long. Exhale, low lunge, left foot in between your hands. Come to the tips of the fingers. Keep your pelvis still. Easy twist, left arm high. Now look at the floor if you need help for your balance. Open arm crescent twist, rise up. Keep the twist towards your left. Yes. Stretch and reach through your arms. One more breath. Asymmetrical airplane torso. Drop your arms, let them switch places. Look forward and extend the torso long. Reach your left arm forward and your right arm back. Asymmetrical airplane is next. Drop your arms again, let them switch places. You might need to hop your back foot forward or float it off the floor. If that's too much for me, keep my back toe down. If I can, I find balance. Hold for 3, 2, warrior 2. Drop your arms again. Float your left leg or your right leg back. Good. Extend through the arms. You're on the other side of warrior 2. Good. Jenna, sink a little deeper. Yes, girl. Nice. Breath in. Extended side angle. Exhale. One more breath. Reverse warrior, inhale. Legs stay the same. Reach your arm up and overhead now. It's meant to be a side body stretch. So I have very gentle pressure on my back leg. It's really just to help my balance. The action is coming in this reaching up and back in the front line of my body. That's where I want to feel the stretch. Last breath in. Exhale, hands meet the earth. Step back, downward dog. You can take chaturanga to up dog if you'd like. Step or float your feet up to the top of your mat. And if it's available to you, find a deep squat position. I just want to give you an opportunity to stretch while I show you a visual of that. I can see there's this new, yoga is kind of new for many of us, some of us, right? Like Jenna and Luke, you've been coming for a while. But I want to show a visual of that flow because a lot of people are visual learners before we do it. So it'll be quick, right? So we'll find a low lunge. It starts with a right arm lift, easy twist. Exhale, I rise up. Now there's 3 times I'm going to drop my arms and make that transition. So I find an airplane torso. I switch my arms. I switch my arms and find airplane. I switch my arms and find warrior 2. Extended reverse. So that'll be our flow. We'll move through that 3 times, movement to breath now. Make your way back to downward dog. And you just do the best you can, right? This is a challenging flow. I taught this to my level 2 classes this week, people that practice with me pretty much every week for years, some of them. So you just do the best you can. You're in down dog. Exhale all your breath out. Good. Relax your neck. Inhale, reach your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge, right foot forward. Good, Colton. Inhale, reach your right arm high. Exhale, rise up to the crescent twist. Inhale, asymmetrical torso. I switch the arms. Exhale, I take airplane and switch the arms. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, make your way to down dog. You can chaturanga up dog, or if this is new to you, just go straight back. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, low lunge, left foot forward. Inhale, left arm high. Exhale, rise up. Inhale, asymmetrical torso. Exhale, asymmetrical airplane. Inhale, warrior two. That's the third arm switch. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, make your way to downward dog. Take your breath in. Exhale, back to down dog. Good, you did it. Take a resting breath. We'll move through it again. Right leg high, inhale. Low lunge, exhale. Right arm high, inhale. Rise up, exhale. Asymmetrical torso, inhale. Asymmetrical airplane, exhale. Warrior two, inhale. Extended side angle, exhale. Reverse warrior, inhale. Hands to your mat. Find your way to downward dog. Take your breath in. Exhale, down dog. Left side, left leg high, inhale. Low lunge, exhale. Left arm lifts, inhale. Rise up, exhale. Asymmetrical torso, inhale. Asymmetrical airplane, exhale. Warrior two, inhale. Extended side angle, exhale. Reverse warrior, inhale. Downward dog, make your way there. You did it, nice job. That's the hardest, fastest part of class. The rest of it slows down from there. Take 2 resting breaths. Warm up for a posture that's coming later in class with this thing called a grasshopper. From your downward dog, bend your knees, send your butt back to your heels. It's like child's pose with your knees off the floor. Exhale, high plank. Inhale, repeat. Exhale, high plank. Keep going. Bend the knees, straighten the legs. Center of gravity backwards, center of gravity forwards. Good, keep going. We'll do this 10 more seconds. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to downward dog. Inhale, reach your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, right arm high. Exhale, rise up. Inhale, asymmetrical torso. Exhale, asymmetrical airplane. Here's where we'll pause. Reach your right arm back, your left arm forward. Now bring your left hand to your heart. With your right hand, reach back and try to grab your back foot. Now, if I need balance, I'll hold on to somebody. I might hold on to the person doing yoga with me. Right? Find my balance again. I'm holding on to my back foot. Now push the earth down and stand up. We're going to take a pose called reverse dancer. Extend your left arm up and start to kick the foot into the hand. This is the exact same pose we did from tabletop at the start of class, but now you're standing. It's a little bit harder. I can use anything I need for balance. If I'm close to something, I'll use it. Breathe 3 more times. Release your foot. Bring your left knee forward and reach your arms up. It's called staff pose. Exhale, twist towards your left, towards your lifted leg. Now I'm in twisted staff. I can stay here if I'm a beginner. I can reach my right hand down to my knee and encourage a deeper twist. I could still advance it further by grabbing my foot from the pinky toe edge of the foot. Good. Hold for 3, 2, good. If you fall, you just come right back. Come back to the bent knee open arm version. Warrior 2, swing your lifted leg behind you, find the floor. Inhale, reverse triangle. Straighten out of your front right leg, reach up. Triangle pose. Spill the hips forward, reach as far as you can with the right hand. When you can't reach anymore, you tilt the arms to 12 and 6 o'clock. Lengthen your spine. Slow your breathing back down, 3 big breaths. Take your top arm, reach it forward. Breath in. Half bind. Take your top arm behind your back. Now you'll stay here in this half bound version of triangle or come to a half bound half moon. Half moon is like a sideways airplane. I bring my right fingertips about a foot or 2 in front of my right big toe. Lift up your back foot. Flex your foot. And try to stack your hips. Right? No one's judging you. If you fall, you fall. Hold for 5. Release softly back down where you were. 5-pointed star. Release your half bind. Rise up. Feet become parallel. Wide-legged forward fold. Bow down over your legs. Rest your hands on the floor. Good, you're doing great. This is a lot for people new. Relax your neck. Rock a little more of your body weight into the ball mound of your foot. Maybe like it's like 60-40, so 40% heel, 60% ball mound. You're doing great, Sachi's roommate. Soften your jaw. One more breath. Place your hands on the floor, wide-legged halfway lift. So I just want you to lengthen the spine. Low lunge to the front of your mat. Walk your hands around. Crescent lunge. This time we push the earth down and come straight up the midline. So no twist in the crescent lunge. Just reaching up to the midline. Make sure your front knee is going straight forward over the pinky toe of the foot. Breath in, revolved crescent lunge. Draw your hands through your heart. Find the airplane torso and then bring your left elbow outside of your right thigh. If my balance is too hard here, I drop my back knee to the floor. Send the shoulders down your back. Make sure you're not looking at your fingers. You'll tend to round your upper back in that same direction. So broaden the chest. Nice, Jenna. Hold for 3. Runner's lunge. Drop your hands to the floor. Toe heel your right foot over to the side of your mat, and then sink down into the hips. I want to have my arm to the inside of my thigh. Good. Some people may be able to come to their forearms, but definitely not necessarily your goal to this pose. You just want to find where you feel a good stretch in the hips and the legs. One more breath. This next pose can be a little tricky. It's called lounging lizard, so it's got a fun name. First thing, curl your back toes under, lift your back knee so you're in an active runner's lunge. Toe heel your front right foot backwards, about 2 to 3 footprints on the mat. Left hand is my foundation. I spin to the pinky toe edge of both feet. Reach your right arm high. Flex your ankles. You're on the pinky toe edge of both feet, knife edge. Now lower your hips down and reach your right arm towards your back foot. Hips don't touch the floor, they just lower down. Exhale, lift up. Good, Jenna. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift up. One more time. Lower down with control. Lift back up, low lunge. Spin your right hand back to the middle. Toe heel your right foot back into position. Inhale, three-legged dog, right leg high. Knee to nose. I come to plank position. Pull your right knee in. Don't let your foot touch the floor. Now bring your right knee to the outside of your right elbow. Bring it into the middle of your arms. Bring it to the left side. Middle, right, middle, left. I know this sucks, stick with it. You're just pulsing the knee to either side of your arm. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Downward dog. Send the foot back. Relax. At any time you need to, you can come down to child's pose for your rest as well. Otherwise, hold downward dog 3 breaths. Exhale all your air out. Inhale, left leg high. Low lunge, exhale. Inhale, left arm high. Exhale, rise up. Asymmetrical torso, inhale. Asymmetrical airplane, exhale and pause. Reach your right arm forward, left arm back. And bring your right hand to your heart. Use your left hand to grab your back right foot. Regain your balance if you lost it. Stand up. Reverse dancer. Reach your right arm overhead. And exhale, start to kick. Same pose that you did on tabletop. Hold for 5. Nice. 4. Good job, everybody. 3, 2. Staff pose. Let go of your foot. Bring your right knee forward. Reach both arms overhead. Exhale, twist towards your lifted leg. Now I can stay here, or if I'm more advanced, I grab for your knee, my lifted knee. If I did it on the first side, I grab for the pinky toe edge of my foot and try to kick while standing tall. I'd rather see your knee be bent and your spine be long than to have a straight leg and a rounded back. Hold for 10. Nice, Sachi. 4, 3, 2. We always meet here, so we're going to come back to meet at this twisted version. Right, a little bit of coordination. Warrior 2. Swing your top leg behind you, find the floor. Adjust the stance if you need. Reverse triangle, inhale. Straighten your front leg, reach up. Trikonasana triangle, exhale. Get long, tilt the arms. So all the limbs are long in this pose. Your legs are long, your arms are long, but also trying to stretch your torso long and your neck long. Take your top arm, reach it forward, breath in. Bring your top arm behind your back, half bind. Look down at your front big toe. You'll stay here or half bound, half moon. Remember that was that sideways airplane? I bring my left hand about 1 to 2 feet forward and towards the pinky toe side of my foot. Lift up your back leg. Try to keep the hips open so they're open laterally rather than pointing towards the floor. Last 5, 4, land with control, back to 5-pointed star. So land the feet, open the arms. Breath in, turn your toes out, your heels in, horse pose. Bend the legs, bring your hands to your thighs, lock out the elbow and sag your rib cage in between your arm bones. The elbows are straight. Take a breath in, twist to the right. Dip your left shoulder forward, your right shoulder back. Inhale, come back to center. Switch sides, exhale. Back to center. Inhale, 5-pointed star, stand up. Wide-legged forward fold again. Bow down over the legs. You're not here as long this time. 2 big breaths. Relax your neck. Good. Wide-legged halfway lift. Inhale. Use your hands. Walk to low lunge back at the front of your mat. Inhale, crescent lunge. Rise straight up, reach your arms overhead. This pose is meant to be a stretch for the hip flexor. So think about scooping your pelvis forward and pressing your right heel backwards at the same time to find the stretch. Revolve crescent lunge. Draw your hands to your heart. Hinge forward. Go right elbow outside of your left leg. If I am falling, I set my right knee down. Good. Right, just breathe in this shape. Two more breaths. Runner's lunge. Release your hands to the floor. Drop your back knee if it's not already. Toe heel your left foot out to the side and sink down into the hips. It's a deeper hip flexor stretch for the right hip. Lounging lizard. Curl your right toes under, lift the knee. Toe heel your left foot backwards a couple of feet. Right hand, it's a little bit easier if you put it in the middle of your mat. Then spin to the pinky toe edge of both feet. Reach your left arm up, lift the hips. Slowly lower hips down, reach your arm to the back of your mat. Exhale, push the earth down, lift up. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift back up. Once more, inhale, lower down. We lift up, come to low lunge. Spin your left hand back down. Bring your left foot back to the center. Inhale, 3-legged dog, left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Now I start that transition of knee to the left, knee to the middle, knee to the right, knee to the middle. Left, middle, right, middle. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, downward dog. Step the foot back. Nice job. Take a big resting breath. Go ahead and drop your knees down to the floor. How's it going, Sunday crew? Thumbs up or not so much? Come on down to your back. Good, good spirits, I like that. Come down to your back, hug your knees into your chest. Rock yourself side to side across your lower back. Just make it feel nice. I'm gonna do a bit of core work here. And it's gonna be something that's called a hollow body position. You might be familiar with that. But what I want is to keep my lower back connected to the floor. So curl up into a little ball. You can feel how your hips and lower back are on the floor here. As you inhale, extend your arms back and your legs forward. I still have my lower back down. Exhale, hug my knees back in. Inhale, I open out into that V position. Exhale, I hug back in. If my lower back is leaving the floor, I come into a narrower V position and I hug back in. Keep repeating on your own. Okay, next repetition, I want you to hold your hollow body position. Hold here 15 counts. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. Push your low back down into the floor. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Knees to chest, head to earth. Take a breath. Interlace your hands behind your head. Bicycle sit-ups. Tabletop out your legs, lift your torso. Cross your right elbow to your left knee, send your right leg long. Inhale back through the center. Exhale, switch sides. So I go at a slow pace if I need to, or if I'd like, I can speed it up a little bit. But exhale out the mouth as you twist. Good. Twenty more seconds. Six, 5, 4, 3, 2, release. Stretch it out. Arms overhead, legs on the floor. Arch your back off the floor. Get a big stretch through your belly. Take a sign, exhale out your mouth. Hug your knees back into your chest. Rock lengthwise on your spine 3 times. On the third one, come to a seated position. Sweep your legs around to one side and then lower to the belly. So we've done a lot of those asymmetrical dancing poses, right? We did it from tabletop, we did it from standing. We're gonna do it from our belly, an asymmetrical floor bow. Bring your right arm to the top of your mat, take your left hand, reach it back and grab your right foot. Left hand to right foot. I can stay here. This is a nice quadricep stretch if you pull your foot in towards your seat. If I want to move forward into the heart opener, I'll start to kick the foot into the hand. It lifts my chest off the floor. Again, you can stay here. It's a modified version. Or if I can, I reach my right arm forward off the floor. And then I try to lift my left leg off the floor. I stretch out long through my body like I'm a giant bow and arrow. Hold for 3. Really nice, Jenna. 2. And release and lower down. We'll do the other side next. Right hand to left foot. Right, I can pull in, give myself a little quadricep stretch. Slowly set it up. When I'm ready, I kick. Foot kicks into hand. Stay here or extend your left arm. Stay there or lift your right leg. Kick and reach. Last 3. Awesome, Sachi. 2. And release, lower down, right ear to the mat, arms at your sides, and just relax. Right ear to the mat, arms at the sides, just relax. All right, so we're gonna find symmetrical floor bow next. That was asymmetrical floor bow. Bend your knees, bring your chin back to the mat. Reach back and grab the knife edge of your feet. Root the pelvis like it's an anchor, and then when you're ready, kick and lift up. Take care that your knees don't bow open to the sides, right? Keep your knees right behind your hips. Keep your gaze forward, right? I'm not doing the pose so there's nothing to see. I'm just looking at you, giving you some cues if you need it. Hang on to it, keep kicking a little bit higher. Nice loop, last 5, 4, 3, use this to stretch, 2, and release. Lower down, left ear to the mat, arms at your sides. Draw chin to the earth, hands under the shoulders, press up to tabletop, and then find a seat. And do some hip stretches next. So starting with a seated figure 4. Cross your right ankle on top of your left thigh, and then bring the hands behind you in such a way that you can lengthen the spine and push your heart towards your shin. And then add a little bit of a movement, rocking side to side, slow motion. Just encourage the hips to open up. One more breath. Now this pose is going to progress on. If you have very tight hips, you might choose to stay here. If you'd like to try it, it's a double pigeon. Toe heel my left foot over to the right, and I start to sit up and stack my shins. And you can see there's a big space between my knee and my ankle. That's fine. I can give a little pressure to that with my elbow, or if that feels like it's too much, I could put my hands behind me and just try to sit up. Just try to sit tall. Those of you with more open hips can hinge forward, but make sure that you have the foot stacked and flexed. If I have just a little bit of a sickle to my ankle, it's a different pose. It's very easy for me to fold forward there. If I take that slight adjustment of the foot flex, shin stacked, it's a whole different posture. Much more of a hip opener. Just do the best you can. 5 breaths, right? Maybe close your eyes. One more breath. Try to find that Ujjayi exhale, the whisper sound through your nose. And to release, lean backwards on the floor, uncross the legs, extend them out, and let the toes windshield wiper in and out. Other side. Bend your right knee, cross your left ankle on top. Seated figure 4 is what we call this. Right? And it depends on your level of flexibility. You might be back with a wider angle between your chest and your shin. If you're more flexible, you might be able to close that angle. Once you find a good spot, do the slow windshield wiper side to side. And then we'll take this into double pigeon. Toe heel your right foot over to the left. Slide your ankle on top of the knee, and I want my knee to come down someday onto my bottom ankle. Use your hands if you need to help you sit tall. You can also apply some pressure on your left knee. 5 breaths. Last breath. And release. Lean backwards. Unwind your legs. Open them into a wider V. And then sit up onto your hips. Take your hands, move the flesh back from your sit bones. If it's difficult to sit here and be balanced, put your hands behind you and use that to help you. Otherwise, we're in a wide-legged forward fold. Start to bow down. You can bring your hands in front. Walk your fingertips forward. Work on regaining the breath. That's the 4 to 5 count inhale, 6 to 8 count exhale. And release. Walk your hands back up. Bring your hands under your knees. Lean back. We'll find our way onto our back. Lie all the way down. Hug the knees in. One more hip stretch. Happy baby pose. Grab for the feet. And stack the ankles over the knees. If my tailbone lifts way off the floor in this pose, I try to grab my big toes with my peace fingers. That gives you like 2-inch longer arms. If that's not accessible, I grab the backs of my hamstrings and pull down. And release, supine twist. Hug your right knee into your right armpit, lengthen the left leg on the floor. Reach your right arm out like a capital T, straight out from your arm. Pull your knee across your body. You can close your eyes, nothing to see. Take another big breath. And switch sides. One more breath. Come back to center. Hug both knees in. And we'll do some stillness work. So final Shavasana, final resting pose. You can lie on your back, or you could come to a seat. Really whatever feels like a kindness to your body, where you can lie in stillness for a couple minutes. Let's take one big breath and we'll enter our stillness work together. Exhale all your air out and get empty. Big inhale, fill your low belly, your mid belly, your chest, your throat. Hold the breath in for 3, 2, and open mouth exhale, let it go. Hold complete stillness and let your breath be in and out on its own. I'll bring us out in a few moments. Have a nice rest. Closing again with the words of Thich Nhat Hanh. Keeping our body healthy is an expression of gratitude to the whole cosmos, the trees, the clouds, everything. Start to deepen your breath. And take your time making your way up to a seated position.